Okay, so hopefully now I'll be able to show you the parry, which is basically means that I have to push the analog stick in the direction of where the attack is coming from. So hopefully I'll be able to do it without, sucking that much.
Where the hell am I? I'd better have got frequent flyer miles for that flight.
Crescent and Sunrise Valleys. As overseers of history, the Lumen Sages and Umbra Witches were both incredibly powerful, each fearing each other and strictly prohibiting interrelations as a way to maintain the balance of power. Upon the annual occasion of a total solar eclipse, only the selected elders of each clan were allowed to meet up with other groups to conduct negotiations. I suppose that each clan, drawing their power from the sun and the moon respectively, must have held the eclipse as the most special of celestial phenomena. Two clans inexorably linked but opposed, like positive and negative, solidified this relationship in their interconnected mountain hideaways, the Witches' Sanctuary of Crescent Valley and the Sages' Sacred Sunrise Valley. Located in an inaccessible and treacherous region, these areas were lined with countless rows of stone monuments dedicated to each clan's dead, and large statues depicting a witch and sage stood at the center of the shared area, demarcating the border between each clan's territory. Each statue has its back turned to the other, and their visages, as though rejecting any human intrusion, stir intense feelings of discomfort within one's soul. Atop these statues, the clans met for their yearly consort, giving this place a mysterious but interesting ambiance. These valleys were not just filled with memorial tombs, they were also home to training facilities in the light and dark arts, held as sacred ground by both clans. Today, the statue of the Umbra Witch is a truly gruesome sight, as a giant spear has pierced the woman's chest, as if it were shoved through the statue during Witch's age of persecution. It would have required unspeakable power from the Lumen Sage who carried out the act. Oh yes, that's right. With the Link costume, all the currencies, instead of coins or halos, they are rupees. Oh, these are fun enemies. Second sphere of virtues, grace and glory. Yeah, I hate this torture attack. Okay, I just did it. Yeah, it seemed I put my shield into them and then they recoiled backwards and activated Witch Time. Okay, it looks like this is a section of an LP. Okay.
Huh. My lipstick.
Nothing. What the?
I've often seen a girl without lipstick, but lipstick without a girl? Most curious, isn't it, Cheshire? What's also most curious is how a child like you has kept afloat in this town.
The name is Luca! And don't you think it's a little strange to be worried about my well-being? Sure, the Festival of Resurrection is peak security. The thing only happens once every 500 years, can you blame them? Besides, when you look as good as I do, security isn't a problem. A killer like you, on the other hand, I'm sure you found a way.
That little girl. I've seen her somewhere.
Hey, don't go freaking out on me. We both know you came here for something. But what you don't know is the closer you get, the harder it's gonna be for you to get away from me and what you've done. You'll have to fess up to it all. I can't wait for you to get your hands on whatever it is you're after.
Let me guess. You want a cut? Well, if you're still alive by then, perhaps you can appeal to my generosity.
Still alive? You may be standing right in front of me, but you're definitely not living in reality. Which is a shame. Because the truth is always going to be the truth. All I see when I look at you, the real you,
Yeah, someone did not audio balance this.
is you killed my father. I don't care.
I don't know if this was present in the original version, but
The truth will set me free from your black stain on my life. The truth will allow me to expose you to the world. Then, I'll have won. And I'll do it without stooping to your level. Because I'm not a heartless witch like you. Whoa, whoa! What are you gonna do? Kill me in plain sight? Go ahead. It would only prove everything I've said about you. Well, that and sadden the hearts of a number of young ladies. Claire, Trish, Sylvia, and Amy.
okay, so Claire is referring to Claire Redfield from the Resident Evil series. Trish is referring to, well, Trish from the Devil May Cry series. Sylvia is referring to the Beautiful Joe. And Ami is supposed to be Amaterasu from Okami, who is actually a female wolf. All Capcom characters, by the way. Right, the other variant of this one. Just the lightning version. Second Sphere Dominions. Fearless. Okay. Yeah, Jutes! Ah, shit. Okay. 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 I can't mess around with those two. Heavenly Manipulators. The Umbra Witch's sacred Crescent Valley is said to contain enormous relics harkening back to the valley's place as a training ground in the witch's supernatural magic arts. The long bridge that snakes between the cavernous ravines of the valley, stone circles hinting at celestial principles, training chambers where death was wagered in hopes of polishing one's skill in life, all of these are depicted in the tattered records I have obtained. I know not if they ever truly existed. However, the magnificent appearance of the witch statue in the distance seems to indicate that the legends passed down through history are in fact real. Amongst these numerous artifacts, the most mysterious are those known as heavenly manipulators. I have already described how the Umber Witches drew their power from the darkness and the Lumen Sages from the light. However, I have not mentioned how these powers were at their greatest during full moon or at the peak of the sun's ascent. The two groups created the heavenly manipulators to affect the movement of the moon and sun, and these devices played a role in the clan's most important of ceremonial rites. If stories are to be believed, the clans could affect even the ways of the cosmos at will. The powers of the witch and the sage were not common knowledge, although, as overseers of history, one could imagine that they must have had appropriately powerful abilities, making their ultimate destruction an even more ironic end. Probably mix something up. Yeah, I have one of these. Okay, a little bit annoying, but second sphere dominions harmony. Okay then. Okay, that was a combo attack that I could not get out of. Alright, let's start from these guys. Now time to open that burial ground. Yes. If you solve a door puzzle, you'll get the classic solve puzzle jingle from the old Legend of Zelda games. But if you open a chest, you get the old jingle of opening the chest. Let's see, can I move down there? I know there's probably something down there. There's something over there. I'll find portals over there. Oh no, it's no. Burial ground and a book, which is Tears of Blood. Beginning in the 15th century, the whole of Europe has been swept by a madness, a tragic event unprecedented in the whole of human history, the witch hunts. As a result, the dark clan of Umbra witches were wiped from the pages of history forever. Working at the behest of the powers that be and making use of their ancient magic arts, the witches watched over the passage of time within the human world. Or at least they did, until suddenly being swept up in waves of persecution and finally crumbling away under the pressure of the people's harsh recriminations. The women's sorrowful, blood-stained tears crystallized into bright red gemstones, and according to Virgidian legend, are said to be scattered everywhere. These stones, filled with their feelings of regret, are known as Umbran Tears of Blood. To this day, the people of Vigrid believe that should 100 of these stones be brought together as one, enormous calamity shall befall the earth. Yet no one has actually seen one of these gemstones, the ultimate of witchly souvenirs. They must be found for you by a crow, a beast whose heart lies in resonance with the departed witches. These crows act as the witches' loyal servants, protecting their tears from falling into human hands. Yay! Magic has increased by 1. Let's check on old Rodon. I know I don't have any goodies for him this time.
You here for business or pleasure? Either way, I'll hook you up.
Any treasures? No. New techniques? Nope. Well, that's right. I did say I was going to show off the whip.